Hey, the tribulation here, y'all. The tribulation is here. And Satan been busy already. Satan been busy already, y'all. Hey, I tried to tell y'all that that covenant was signed in Davos. If you don't believe me, look up Davos and see what that was about. Look how many countries signed on to that peace board agreement. Yeah, it's not a 7-year agreement, but does it really have to be 7 years? Does it say it has to be 7 years? Okay. Okay. But I want y'all to take this in consideration. They just passed the Cryptocurrency Act too. And they kept it a secret. Yeah, you can barely find it on the internet. I know parts of it is, if you purchase anything over $600, you get reported to the IRS. Yeah. Yeah. Remember, it used to be $10,000. Now it's $600. You go purchase a sofa, cheap sofa, say like a outdoor sofa for like $700, $650, $625, you get reported to the IRS. Oh yeah. They all in our finances, bro. Yep. And y'all do know that's the precursor to the beast system, right? Before you know it, they're gonna try to do with the fiat money, try to do away with it, and have us all on crypto to where they can monitor your money. They can stop you from making certain purchases. They can stop you from buying food, stop you from paying your bills. You know what I'm saying? That's what the beast system is going to be about. That's what the market of the beast is going to be about, you guys. It's here. So those of y'all that was waiting for a rapture, we tried to tell y'all there was not going to be a rapture. That was a false doctrine given to you guys to keep you guys asleep and the wool over your eyes so you wouldn't know or recognize when you were in the tribulation. And you would just go on about life, do-de-do-de-do, not knowing the ish is hitting the fan, and you might not be working next week. You might be getting laid off because a lot of y'all don't know it's about to be a recession, a huge recession. Oh, you don't believe me? Think about this. The only way to quash this, these high, what are they called? Inflation rates, to quash these high inflation rates, is to stop spending. And I ain't talking about government spending. They got to stop the demand, which means they got to stop our spending. You get what I'm saying? And that's where the beast system is going to come into play. They're going to pass that they already passed the Cryptocurrency Act. They're going to stop the fiat money. They're going to start controlling your spending. They're going to say, hey, you can't buy this much of this. Right? That's going to cause the recession. That's what's going to cause inflation to go down. Now, this is not me saying it. This is economics professors, because I don't know about economics. I got it from the professors. They've already known this. They've already been preparing. That's why all these videos are coming out saying, hey, get your prep on. Prepare. Yeah. It's about to be a huge recession behind this. And y'all do know it's an upcoming Jubilee year. The 70th Jubilee year. Huh. That ain't telling y'all we in the tribulation? That's not a sign right there for y'all? Should be. Should be. Next month, we go into what? The 69th year. Next month. Yeah. That should be a sign for you guys. No rapture. Where'd that go? Yeah, y'all believe that? Y'all actually believe that when it wasn't in the Bible? Y'all watch too much Left Behind. No rapture. That time done came and went. Came and went. For those of y'all that thought you still had time to choose your side, that time came and went. That time came and went. You had Yisra'el begging you to open the Old Testament and read through it and see yourself in it. And they begged you to keep the law, to keep the Torah. Because Proverbs 28:9 says, he who turns his ear to the Torah, his prayers are an abomination. So that means all your life that you ain't kept the Torah, kept the laws, your prayers have not been heard. But Yisra'el came around and told you, hey, if you start keeping them laws and start keeping the Torah, your prayers will get heard. And you did not want to believe. You did not want to listen. You did not want to go back and read that verse for yourself. Y'all do know the Most High is not double-minded. He is not. The New Testament, the New Covenant did not do away with that whatsoever. Did not. What y'all think about that? What y'all think about that? So, if you went out and sinned 2 weeks ago, and you called yourself repenting for it, guess what? You didn't. Unless you kept the laws. According to Proverbs 28:9. That is. Yeah, that means you're still living in sin. You're still living a life of sin while you think you repented. But you didn't know you didn't repent because you didn't read the Old Testament. You skipped straight to the New Testament, listening to a false doctrine. When the Bible tells you it's a false doctrine. You don't believe me? You don't believe that it says that? I'm going to show you right now. It says that that is a false doctrine. I'm going to show you right here in my Ethiopian Bible. Yeah, it's right in the back. Right in the back, boy. Let me get where I can get some light at to show y'all. We're going to shed some light on this right now. It's called antinomianism. Yeah. Antinomianism is the name for that. Let's see, we got the Table of Nations, convictions of the Triple C, false teachings rejected by the church, heresy. Y'all see that, right? The first one is legalism, Judaizers. The second one down is antinomianism, the idea that there is no obligation to live with Christian virtue or moral responsibilities, while the historic Christian faith recognizes that believers are now free from the legal demands of the law of Moses. The Old Covenant, there is still an important recognition that the law reveals the heart of God. And Christians are called to live lives worthy of their salvation under the new covenant. Antinomianism. Look, Ultimate Ethiopian Bible. Try to tell y'all. It's in there. It's a false doctrine. But y'all don't want to listen. And guess what? We in the tribulation. And y'all swore by that. And that had y'all waiting for a rapture. But when Yisra'el came around, tried to tell you, you didn't want to listen. You didn't want to listen. All you had to do was take 5 minutes, open up the Old Testament, and just read through it. And you would have quickly realized everything we have been taught since we were little, everything we got taught on Sundays since we were little, was a lie or a half truth at the very least. Everything. You would have realized it for yourself. But you couldn't take the 5 minutes to do that. Instead, you want to watch Left Behind. You want to listen to T.D. Jakes. You want to listen to the one guy with the all black on who's making up excuses to why you should celebrate a pagan holiday. That's who you want to listen to. You want to listen to these pastors who went to these theologian schools and were taught by people who don't even like Christians, that are purposely leading you down the wrong path, that are purposely leading you to the fire, leading you to Moloch or Baal, whichever one they choose. They're not leading you to Yahuwah. That's for sure. They can't even say his name. What y'all think about that? The people that taught y'all pastors can't even say his name because they're not allowed. But yet, Yisra'el is commanded to say his name. Y'all don't want to listen to the people that are commanded to say his name, but y'all will listen to the people who are not allowed to say his name? How does that make sense? But y'all swear y'all love Yahusha, my brother. I think y'all a little mixed up. Ugh. Y'all a little mixed up, my daughter. Yeah. And yes, I said Yahusha is my brother. Y'all got to remember, Yisra'el is the firstborn. Yahusha is our little brother. Our little brother who made the ultimate sacrifice. We don't play about him. Do y'all understand that? Why y'all thinking we preaching false doctrines and stuff? We do not play about our little brother. It's people out there using you guys to try to go at our brother, our king, our redeemer. And y'all think we playing. No, we not playing. We are not playing. We was sitting here for a reason. We was awakened for a reason. And they know who we are. They've been known who we are. They've been waiting for us. Who is that? Rabbi Harry Rosenberg slipped up. He slipped up in the interview and said, hey, what's going to happen down the line when the Great Awakening comes? Oh, yeah, he said that. Yeah. That goes to prove they've been known about us. They've been known we were coming. They've been expecting us. Their own little perverted book they have tells them all about us. Tells them who we are. It even tells them who they are. Because they know they're not us. Matter of fact, I know exactly who they are. I posted a video yesterday with Brother Bowie. He said exactly who they are. Yeah, go look at that shorts video. Interesting. What happened to Idumea? Where did that go after 70 AD all of a sudden? When our people got ran out of Jerusalem. Where did Idumea all of a sudden go? Idumea didn't go nowhere. It changed its name to Judea. And all of a sudden, they were the Hebrews. Do y'all know who Idumea is? AKA Edom? Yeah. Our twin brother is the one behind all this identity theft. Yeah. I just got off our twin brother's social media app. Yeah. I just did a live stream over there. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Tick to the talk. Yeah. They own that one over there. So y'all know who I'm talking about. That's our twin brother doing all the identity theft. That's Esau. Yeah. That's Esau. They know who we are. They've been knowing who we are. I can prove it. You want me to prove it? I can prove it right now. Prove it right now. Y'all know who Benjamin Netanyahu is, right? Y'all ever heard of his father? His father's name is Ben Zion Netanyahu. You know, he was like a historian. He might have wrote a few books or something. He got this one book called The Origins of the Inquisition. Boom. I have it, of course. Guess what it says in it? It says Hebrews came from Africa. Ben Zion Netanyahu says that in his book. They came from Africa to Spain. So how come they know that, but you don't? They won't admit it in the public. You can't even find the excerpt from that part of that book online. You have to order the whole book to find that. Because they won't put that online. Interesting, huh? The Talmud tells them who we are. Tells them who they are too. The Quran says who we are. 3 holy texts say who we are. And you still don't want to believe. What's it going to take for you to listen? Yisra'el is out here telling you who you are. 3 holy texts out here telling you who you are. You got 48ers out here telling you who you are. And you just out here do. I don't have to worship on Saturdays. I worship on Sunday. No. See, they got you living in sin. Right off the rip. Right off the bat. And you so paganized in your mind, so Greek in your mind, so Roman in your mind. And yeah, I know about it because guess what? Growing up, I went to a Roman Catholic church. I know all about it. You so Roman in your mind, you can't listen. I know all about it. Yeah. Don't look at me sideways. I grew up in the Baptist church and a Roman Catholic church. Yeah. I'm well versed. I know all the weirdness. Yeah. All of it. And I know none of that weirdness is in the Bible. None of it. You open up that Old Testament, you will quickly realize. This is the Matrix, y'all. This is the Matrix. You will quickly realize it's a lot of stuff that you've been told that goes directly against the Bible. And they have you doing it anyways. And they're proclaiming that they're holy. When they really ain't. Because if they were, they wouldn't be doing the opposite of the Bible. And that reminds me. Y'all ever watch those Conjuring movies? Where the family is talking about hearing the banging on the wall 3 times? And what they always say? That's the devil mocking the Trinity. Because the devil always mocks the Most High. But the devil likes to do the opposite of the Most High, right? Now think about this. When they're predicting who the Antichrist is, what do they usually come up with the predictions for? European, maybe, American, maybe. But it's always what? Caucasian. So, if we keep following that motto, what's the opposite of Caucasian? That means Yeshua, wasn't Caucasian. We know he wasn't Caucasian to begin with. Caucasian can't survive in Israel without skin cancer and sunblock. Okay? Now, I'm going to explain this. In order for some of these other Shemitic groups, that's the proper word, to get established, like the Sephardics, the Mizrahis. Some of our ancestors went to those places. Spain, the Limba went to Yemen. If you know the story of the Limba, you know they were in Yemen. That's where the Yemenite Jews come from. If you know about the Inquisition, you know our ancestors were in Spain and Portugal. That's where the Sephardics come from. None went north. We can't even survive in the northern weather, especially during the medieval times. I mean, we can survive now. I'm gonna tell you what. I live in Northeast Ohio. Okay? I battle chronic low vitamin D. Vitamin D deficiency. Had it for years. The doctors pretty much just figured out what it was because it causes unnatural balding, skin problems, and everything, right? Now, if you lay the map flat on the table, a world map flat on the table, this is no BS. Where I live at, parallel to where those that say they are but lie, this is where they're from. It's parallel. This is what I have to take to get my vitamin D levels at a normal level. K2. Prescription. 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 Head over here to the fridge. Two droppers full liquid vitamin D3 every day with a glass of milk. That's what I have to do to live in this environment because the sun is not strong enough. Okay? So that tells me none of our ancestors could live in this environment without those vitamins. So that tells me none of our ancestors went up there back in the medieval times. Their ancestors definitely could not live where our ancestors lived in the medieval times because they're there now and they're the highest consumer of sunblock in the world. They have the highest skin cancer rates in the world because they ain't supposed to be there. They cannot handle being there. Where I'm the opposite. I need to be there. I'm losing pigment. I'm losing melanin because the sun's not strong enough here. Like I'm literally going to have to go down south pretty soon to get some sun. All right. So that's just genetics. And yes, I am literally a bloodline Hebrew. You can go back and look at some of my past videos. I showed my DNA test. It goes all the way back to Israel. You can go look at it for yourself. You can say yay or nay all you want. Go look at it for yourself. I posted it. Real shit. But today's Sunday. My day off. I was trying to sleep in. But the Most High had a message. A message he wanted me to deliver. I have this song. It's by Bruno Mars and Kendrick Lamar. It's an AI song. If you watch my channel, you've heard the song. I played on videos. I actually made a video about what our ancestors went through during the siege of Jerusalem. And that was the soundtrack to that video. Love that song. That song was playing over and over in my head as I tried to sleep this morning. So I got up, I had to listen to that song like 3 times this morning. Just try to get it out of my head. And it's still been in my head all day. And it's called Watching Me. And basically it goes, God's watching me. And this is to Yisra'el. The Most High wants you guys to know. He wants us to know. He sees the struggle. He sees what we're going through. He sees that we're out here putting in work. We're trying. We're trying to save people. People don't want to listen. This is like Lot and his wife. They told her not to look back. She looked back anyways. She turned into a pillar of salt. They couldn't save her. Y'all, we can't save everybody. We can't save everybody. Your job is to lead them to the truth. Try to lead them to Yahuwah. They don't want to drink from that water. That's on them. Because a relationship with the Most High is personal. It's a personal relationship. That's something they have to want themselves. The only thing you can do is lead them to it. Open their eyes to it. You don't have to stress yourself out, losing sleep at night, worrying about saving other people. You don't have to. That person don't want to listen. They don't want to have a relationship with Yahuwah. Move on to the next person. You did your job. Move on to the next person. The Most High sees what you're doing. He appreciates what you're doing. You're doing what he told you to, what he needs you to. What did Abraham ask the Most High when he was getting ready to destroy Sodom? He said, if you could find 50 people in the city, would you not destroy it? The Most High said, if my messengers find 50 people in a city, I would not destroy it. Then that number dropped down to 40. He said, I would not destroy it. It dropped down to 30. I would not destroy it. Dropped down to 20. I will not destroy it. Dropped down to 10. I will not destroy it. Guess what? He had to destroy it. Was that Lot's fault? Was that his messenger's fault? No. That was those people's fault. Yisra'el, it's not going to be your fault. Do what you can. Save who you can. They don't want to listen. They don't want a relationship with the Most High. That's on them. They cannot ride your coattails to the kingdom. You are sealed. They are not. The Most High sent you to them for their salvation, not for yours, for theirs. They need to realize that and recognize that. You are not there for your health, for your salvation. You're there for theirs. Okay? That's what they need to realize. You're good. Don't stress yourself out trying to save the people that don't want to be saved. Do your job, lead them to the truth, and let them figure it out. Let them figure out if they want to be saved or not. And let them do the work. Let them put in the work that needs to be put in for themselves. Because when they go in front of Elohim, they're going to have to go by themselves. Ain't no holding hands. He is going to judge them by themselves. He is going to judge their work by themselves. You can't be with them and hold their hands. And unfortunately, guys, some of us are going to end up having to leave friends and family behind. Just simply because they don't want to be obedient to the Most High. And it's going to suck. It's going to suck. I'm already seeing it with my friends and family. It's going to suck, guys. And it's going to happen a lot sooner than most people think. Like I said, we're already in the tribulation. A lot of people don't see it. We see it. We get told this every day. We see signs of it every day. They don't see it because they're not awake. Their eyes aren't open. They still have that matrix pulled over their face. They're still in the devil's deceit. You feel me? They're still thinking, hey, it's going to get better next week. No, it's not. No, it's not. We're right around the corner from a recession. The recession. Not to mention, right around the corner from the 70th Jubilee. That's why all these elites are scared. They know what's about to happen. They've been known. You got these Epstein files dropping, naming people like Bill Gates. Naming all these elites. They're going down. They know it. That's all a work of the Most High. That's the Most High's doing. Yeah. That's the way the Most High works. The Most High does stuff. The way he does it so others can't take credit for it. That's him doing this stuff with these Epstein files. Because that's him preparing to take them down. The first gonna be last, right? The last gonna be first? Who's the last right now? Yisra'el. Yisra'el is the last right now. But guess what, guys? The Most High wants you to know our time is coming. Those of us out here putting in the real work that he has asked us to put in, it's coming. That time is coming, y'all. All you have to do, be strong, keep your head up, keep your prayers up, stay obedient, stay in alignment. Israel, stand up. Let's go.